In the last two videos, we have solved intersections between two solids. In this question, we are going to do intersection between a solid and a plane. You can see that they are giving you a oblique pyramid with a square base, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 base, and the vertex is O, and the plane is ABC. So let's first join the plane. Now let's find the intersection between the first slanted edge of the pyramid and the plane. So the first slanted edge is O1. You can start from the top view or the front view. I'm going to start from the front view. So first I'm going to name the points of crossing between the line and the plane. Okay, so I'm talking about line O1. So I'm going to name these points. So this point here is E, and this point here is F. Now I'm going to project these points to the top view on the plane. You have to project them to the plane, okay? So construction lines. So this point, it goes on AC, and that one goes on AB. Now I will join them in the top view. This line is going to cross the original line O1 at the piercing point. So I'm going to draw the circle around that piercing point. So that's the piercing point. Okay. I can transfer that circle. In the exam also, you're going to put a dot there and draw a circle around it. Okay. I'm going to name this point and project it to the front view. So the name of the point is P1. So this is P1. And I'm going to project it to the front view. To project it to the front view, I'll use the construction line and project it on the line O1. So it's here, and I'm going to copy that circle and move it in the front view. So that's our first piercing point. Now I'm going to find the second piercing point, which is between edge O4 and plane ABC. So O4 is at the same place in the front view. You can see that. So E and F is going to work for O4 also, okay? So this and this point is still going to work. So the same line, but this time it's going to be intersecting with O4. So we already have the piercing point here. I'm going to say it again. As you can see that line O4 is crossing the plane at the same point E and F. So we're going to project E and F to the top view. This is going to be E and that is going to be F. When you join a line between them, they will cross the original line O4. That's going to be the second piercing point. So I'm going to copy this circle at that location also. That's the second piercing point. I'm going to name it afterwards. So here, there you go. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. So this is the second piercing point, P2. Okay. And I'm going to project it to the front view. So let's project it to the front view. Oh, it didn't lock properly. You have to make sure it starts from the same place. So there you go. I'm going to copy this. So these are the first two piercing points. I'm going to name them in the front view also. That's P1 and that's P2. Okay. So it's time to find the piercing point P3 and P4. Okay. It's not a good thing to name the piercing point between O4 and the plane to be P2, because let's keep it in the sequence. Okay, so I'm going to call it P4 and P4 in the front so that you know that which edge it is on. Okay, So now it's time to find the intersection between the plane and edge O2, which is going to give us P2. Let's do it. Let's start from the front view. To do that, first we have to extend the plane. So here, because the plane is not intersecting with the edge O2, so I'm going to extend the plane to do that. Okay, now it's intersecting. You can see that it's intersecting at that point, but it has not intersected on this edge yet. I'm going to extend edge O2 now. I overkilled it by extending it too much. You don't need that. I'm going to trim this. Now it's reasonably long. Okay, so now these are the points. We are going to call them G and H. So this is G and this is H. Okay, now I have to project these points on the plane in the top view. In the top view also you have to extend AC and AB. Let's extend them first and then we are going to project it. Okay, it doesn't matter, it crosses the other view. Projections are projections, they don't change. So now I'll project this G onto AC, which is here, and I'll project this H. It's not properly locked. This H, now it's locked, onto AB. And then I can join these 2 points now, this one and this one. I'm not going to name them. We don't need to name them. Okay. Now the intersection of this line with O2, it's going to give you the second piercing point. We call it P2. Actually, it's the third piercing point. We already have 2, but I'm calling it P2. Okay. Based on its name, I'm saying second piercing point. So I'm going to move this or copy this circle to this position. That's a piercing point. Okay. Here. And I'm also going to find the intersection between edge O3 and the same plane. Okay, because you can see that plane ABC is also intersecting with edge O3 at this place. It's not actually intersecting, it's crossing. Okay, so it's crossing it there also. Okay, so this same G and H works for the other edge also, which is edge O3. Okay, so I kept the circle copied over there because I want to also place it on edge O3 because it's already done. We just have to place it there because the same line, it's going to work for both of the edges, O2 and O3, because they are at the same place in the front view. You can see that. Okay, so it's done in the top view. We're going to name the piercing points. Let's name it. So this is P2 and this is P3. Okay, so this is, oh, I've not projected P2 in the front yet. I'm just going to write the name there. I'm going to project it after that. Okay, so let's project it first. So I'm going to project P2 onto edge O2, which is here. Yeah, this is the vertical projection. It's here. And this is P3. It's projected here. So I'm gonna copy these circles to the front view also to show the location of the piercing points. So here and here. Let's move the H to the side because it's that point. That's H. Okay, so this is P2, P3. We have all the piercing points. It's time to join them together and create the proper visibility and the cut that the plane is creating with the solid. Okay, so first of all, just keep this in mind that in the front view, everything on this edge will be solid. and everything on this edge will be hidden. Okay, the connection between 4 and 3 in the top view will be still solid because it's transitioning from solid to hidden edge. Okay, but everything on this edge will be hidden. So when you connect P2 to P3 in the top view, it's going to be hidden. So when I make the connection between the edges and the top view, it's going to be this. So P1 to P2 is going to be solid. P2 to P3 will be dashed. So this is dashed. Okay. So P1 to P2 is solid because it's transitioning from the solid edge to the hidden edge. Okay. And P2 to P3 is hidden because everything is on the hidden edge. And P3 to P4 is again solid. And P4 to P1 is again solid. There you go. You have the visibility. Okay. In the front view, the visibility will depend on the top. Okay. I'll tell you how it works. The visibility in the front view is a bit weird. Okay. So just to let you know that everything on 1 and 2 in the front view will be solid because it's facing the front view. Okay. So when you will be connecting P1 to P2, it will be solid. And everything on 3, 4 will be hidden. Okay, so P3 and P4 will be hidden, but transitioning from P1 to P4 and from P2 to P3 will be solid in the front because they are transitioning between the hidden and the solid edge. So 1, 2 is solid in the front and 3, 4 is hidden in the front because it's in the back of the front. Okay, this is in front of the front. You know what I'm talking about. I'm saying 1, 2 is facing front view and 3, 4 is in the back. Okay, so it's going to be hidden in the front view over there. So let's do it. So P1 to P2 will be solid and P2 to P3 will be solid and P3 to P4 will be hidden because it's on the back edge in the top view. Okay, and P4 to P1 will be solid again. So the intersection is done. That's the complete answer.